Howdy, welcome to the Most Wanted list. Recently I've been talking about bigger, philosophical ideas on fashion, like lessons I've learned about it. Should men wear skirts was a good one that I did last week. I thought it'd be kind of fun to actually just talk about things that I want to pick up or maybe want to pick up right now, like actual items. A lot of people ask me what I shop for, what I look for, what I get excited about, and so I thought this would be a great way to share with you some pieces that I'm super interested in. The Most Wanted list, I think, will be a series of lists of things that I want in that moment of time for a specific type of item. Recently I've been thinking a ton about boots and loafers, so this is my fall and winter footwear most wanted list. I'm going to show you everything I'm interested in picking up right now, explain why I like it, what I'd style it with, and just discuss if you might want to buy it yourself. We are starting off with the Alexander McQueen punk boots. These are insane. I think these are my first actual fashion grail. I don't care what anyone might have to say about these. If someone's like, those are played out, those are not unique. I think they're so cool. I love the toe. I saw these and I wanted things before. I wanted Grimici pants. I wanted a good leather jacket. I was really interested in picking up certain pieces or even a category of a piece. These are the first thing that I've seen in fashion. And this is wild to me after being into it for a few years now, seriously. This is the first thing I've seen in fashion that I'm I need this. I need to pick these up at some point. They are well over $1,000, so I'm not gonna get them right now. I think it'd be irresponsible. But if I find a pair secondhand, maybe I'll pick them up. I just think that these would make me happier. They would improve my mental health. They'd improve my overall style. They'd make me have better taste in music. I'd be a better cook. I could read faster. These would just change my life. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that these would change my entire existence. Let's get into what I love about this shoe. Number one, that toe is insane. I like a pointed toe, first of all. The chrome detailing is absolutely wild. I think it's so sharp. I mean, literally sharp. The big thing about the chrome toe is that it adds a bit of edge. I love classic pieces that have a little bit of something different to make them edgier. I wear my cowboy boots all the time to events because I love the pointed toe. I love how they look. I love the black leather. The issue is that they're big around the calf. It's sometimes hard to get pants around them. So I've been wanting a slimmer boot that I can zip up and have a similar shape to it. These achieve that, and they're even dressier, which is perfect for me. I'm someone who loves wearing a heeled boot. I'm 6'1", but with the heel on, I'm 6'2", 6'3", which is always a very cool feeling. So the heel is perfect on these for me. I've not seen them in person, so I don't know what the quality's like. It must be incredible with that price point. But these are something that I think I'd consider picking up if I could find a good deal on them. Moving into something similar that's a little bit less expensive and I might actually pick up soon, we have the Dean boot from Tecovas. These fit that niche that I want of a cowboy-like boot that is slimmer and a little bit dressier. But these have something the Alexander McQueens don't, and that I would wear these pretty much every day. I think I'd want to keep them nice for nice events because I would wear these as dress boots actually. But Tecovas are known for being great, comfortable, everyday shoes. And with the look and functionality of these, I could see myself wearing them every day. The big points for me here are the shape of the toe, the heel, the zip that allows for a slimmer boot, allowing it to be put under a slimmer pant, and for me, the overall perceived quality. I need to get a pair of these in hand, either just to try and maybe send back or try on in store somewhere. When it comes to leather for me, and boots in particular, unless it's a vintage boot that's just something I find one-off on the internet, I like to get my hands on it before I fully commit to keeping it and having that as a boot and breaking it in. But in terms of just picking something up off the internet and grabbing them, these are my most likely candidate right now. We're gonna keep rolling with these boots here. We have the beautiful Conway harness boot from Frye. When I was growing up, my dad had 2 pairs of harness boots in his closet. So for me, the idea of a boot was kind of shaped by seeing him wear his harness boots and rock them. He had a brown pair and a black pair so he could match them with his belts. For me, I tend to wear black leather belts. I only have a couple brown leather belts. One of them is actually from him. So for me, I'd go for the black pair first. There's a beautiful brown pair too, but if I were gonna pick these up, I would just get the classic black and go from there. These have a ton of pros, but I'm gonna get into the cons first. The first one is that I don't really need them in my wardrobe. There's not a specific place for them where I need them to be there. These would serve the function of being a very cool, somewhat nicer casual boot, or being a very non-dressy dress boot. They're very functional. I think harness boots have always been motorcycle boots, so that's a very cool history and functionality to it. But I have moto boots, I have cowboy boots. These kind of fall into a category where it's I just don't have a harness on a boot yet. So in terms of priority, they're not the number one thing I want to pick up. That being said, I love Frye boots. I've had a pair of their combat boots for oh my god, 7 years now. They've held up beautifully. They've worn in even better. So I love the brand. I love the harness on the boot. I love the nostalgia that it has for me because of my dad's boots. I would just need to try them on and wait till my wardrobe really has a place for them where they'd be very useful and I wear them a bunch. I've got one more boot for you and it's a very good one. We have the Danner Mountain Light, specifically in the Gore-Tex version. We're talking about fall and winter boots here. You need something that's versatile, that can cover all the elements, that can trek in snow, maybe even take you hiking. The Danner Mountain Light is a classic hiking boot. The Gore-Tex means it can take on snow, it can take on anything. I've been wanting these for years now. They were super in last year. They were very like in the zeitgeist of like cool shoes and boots. To me, they've never fallen out of trend because I'm really into hiking. I love the history of hiking. I love the history of trekking. So boots that have that kind of classic hiking boot inspiration always feel cool to me. These ones I've seen in person, they're very well made. The Gore-Tex makes them super functional. These are very expensive. I know some brands like Tecovas and Frye do sales. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I've seen Danner do a sale on these boots ever. However, a pair like this that holds up and is gonna take you through multiple winters, at least for me, I'd wear them all the time. It's probably gonna be worth it even at that price point. My main conflict is deciding what color I want. I think that the light tan with the red laces is beautiful. There's also a dark brown with green laces that I love. I think I'd go for a brown on this boot because to me that feels more like classic hiking apparel. But these have been on my mind for a full calendar year. I still really want a pair. I think it might be time to pick them up. We're gonna stay in the leather realm for a little bit longer and talk about some loafers. I have a beautiful pair of Weejuns from GH Bass. They're in a gorgeous red, like deep wine color. I need more black loafers. I have one pair that are thrifted. My sibling gave me them. They're very cool, but they have almost like this piping that goes around the outside of the shoe that I don't love. I also have a pair from Banana Republic that they kindly gifted me for a wedding. The issue with those has nothing to do with the shoe. They got like a chunk taken out of them at some point during the wedding or when I was moving. So I need to get them repaired. They're beautiful. I love them, but I want more of like a fun loafer. Still a black loafer that I can wear with a lot of outfits, especially given my overall like black leather emphasis in my wardrobe. I've been interested in the lug loafers in the past. I haven't invested in a pair because they feel very like trendy. They don't feel very classic and timeless to me. I do like a more interesting shape and silhouette in a loafer, and to that end we have this pair from Kleeman. These are the Agent VGT. VGT I think stands for vegetable tanned, and these are gorgeous. The silhouette of them is kind of funky. They definitely have a bit more heel than a normal loafer. I love that. One critical thing for me is that on the penny part of the penny loafer, I'll like highlight it in an image. The leather is smooth, it's stitched down, it's not rumpled up. I don't love that rumple on some loafers. These are a very clean aesthetic. They almost look like someone took a pair of loafers and like inflated them with air. I think it's super fun. I think they're still very classy. You could wear them with anything and look really good and refined, but they have a bit more edge to them. Again, it's that classic with the edge that I love. Kleeman is a great brand. They're known for making really, really nice shoes, so I think I definitely want to pick a pair of these up. I also think that the more interesting and unique appearance of these would lend them well to like a casual outfit with jeans. Now we have some sneakers. I don't always buy sneakers. I feel like I have a solid sneaker collection. I'm like looking at my shoe rack in the corner. However, one pair that's been on my mind since I saw it last year in Copenhagen is the Hoka Mafate. These are the king of the chunky sportswear sneaker. They are crazy looking, they're very big, they look very plush and comfy. They almost look like a trail shoe to me, and I think they're based on a trail shoe that Hoka did before and sort of changed it to be more lifestyle than running. I love rocking my old running shoes with outfits. It feels really cool to me, and it's even more fun when I get like a new running shoe that's not a running shoe but a lifestyle shoe that's running adjacent, because it feels like I'm bringing my interest for running and my interest in fashion together. The issue with wearing my old running shoes is that they're often like crazy color combos, so having a solid color like these black ones is perfect. I've actually run in Hokas. I did a half Ironman in them. They were wonderful. Really, really enjoyed the experience with those shoes. So I know I like them. These even have a Vibram sole, which makes them super durable. The main issue I have with them is that they sell out super fast. Like they're very hard to get because when they go on sale, specifically this model, they just clear out. So if I can track down a pair, maybe try them on, make sure I have the sizing right, I would pick them up. If they're sold out, and I'll wait till they come out again. We have one more sneaker and then one sort of wild card that I'll get into in a minute, but this last sneaker is the Salomon XT6. I know these are played out. I know some people don't like them at all because they're worn too often. My thing is that I actually hike, I do mountaineering, I trail run, I run in general. These exist in the world of sports that I love. More accurately, they were inspired by that world and sort of crossed over into the fashion world. Much like the Hokas have become lifestyle shoes in some ways, but started off as running shoes, these to me feel like I'd be wearing a shoe associated with the sport that I love, all the various sports I love, being outdoors, but still bringing that into fashion. And the functionality is ridiculous. I'd probably try to get a Gore-Tex pair so they could be waterproof, and I'd actually go hike in them. Like, I love hiking in shoes and not boots sometimes. I've got one amazing pair of hiking boots from Vast that have lasted over years, but as I go faster and start to run these trails as well, I need good shoes that can hold up to it all, but still look good at the end of the day. Salomon makes a ton of these shoes, but to me, the XT6 has become iconic, and I really want a pair. Last but not least, we have sort of a fun one that is probably unexpected. I need a slipper. I've done Uggs. Uggs are super cool. I had a pair for like 3 or 4 years, and I kind of wore them out. Like I wore them all the time. I wore them outside, wore them inside after I'd cleaned the sole off, of course. I might pick up another pair of Uggs actually, but I also had this really cool pair that I found on REI. These are called the Camp Dreamer booties. These to me look like something you see on a Star Wars character. They also look like surf boots. These to me look incredibly cozy. Like I can just imagine myself with a pair of wool socks, getting up in the morning, it's cold, the heat's not on because I like to sleep cold. I slip these on and my feet are just warm. I don't have to worry about it. My toes don't turn like purple because of poor circulation. It's a dream to me, okay? I think these would make my life better. They look interesting at least. They'd be like a conversation starter. And I love a good statement piece, so who's to say that these are a bad statement piece? They're kind of fun. Anyway, that is my most wanted list for fall winter footwear right now at least. Like this might change next week. How many pieces was that? Those are 8 picks. If you're interested in picking any of them up, let me know what you like and don't like about them, how you'd wear them. Let me know what you think of the REI slipper boot things. I think they're so cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that list. I hope it's insightful, that the styling points I talked about what's functional, what's useful, what's pertinent to my wardrobe are interesting, and you can apply them to your own wardrobe. If I do pick any of these up, I'll make a video styling them. You can find that here, TikTok, and Instagram. As always, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day.